Hello, welcome to another episode of A Taste of Farming, an online series for aspiring and new farmers. Today we're going to discuss key agencies and resources to assist you in your farming ventures. In this presentation, I will go over a few of the many resources available to Virginia farmers. If you have more questions or need more help, please feel free to reach out to your local extension agent who can assist you with finding these resources or put you in touch with agency representatives in your area. Just a brief introduction about myself. I'm Theresa Pittman, an Agriculture and Natural Resources Virginia Cooperative Extension Agent based in Accomack County, Virginia, with a specialty in on-farm food safety. I'm a self-proclaimed farm girl who grew up on my family's vegetable farm on the Eastern Shore of Virginia. I enjoy all aspects of farming, but especially love the fall season as the fruits of your labor are coming to harvest. Along with harvest season, I truly enjoy my job as an extension agent as I get to work with local producers to better their operations as well as teach those outside of the agriculture industry about where their food comes from and how it is produced. The first question I get from a prospective farmer is, who can answer this question? Here is a short list of the agencies that offer support for growing agricultural businesses. I'll give a brief overview of them and go into more depth in later slides. Virginia Cooperative Extension is an educational outreach program of Virginia's land-grant universities, Virginia Tech and Virginia State University, and also a part of the National Institute for Food and Agriculture, an agency of the United States Department of Agriculture. Virginia Cooperative Extension brings the resources of Virginia's land-grant universities to the people of the Commonwealth. Extension programs are delivered through a network of faculty at 2 universities, 108 county and city offices, 11 agricultural research and extension centers, and 6 4-H educational centers. Understanding that knowledge is power, we place that power in the hands of Virginians and help them learn how to use it to improve the quality of their lives. Our extension agents and specialists form a network of educators whose classrooms are the communities, homes, and businesses of Virginia, where they bring research-based solutions to the problems facing Virginians today. To better utilize our resources, we form collaborations with hundreds of public and private partners and volunteers who help us reach larger and more diverse audiences, and also leverage the impact of our work. We are a product of cooperation among local, state, and federal governments in partnership with tens of thousands of citizens who, through local extension leadership councils, help design, implement, and evaluate our needs-driven educational programs. You can tap into our network by contacting your local extension agent in your county or city. You can find out more by visiting www.ext.vt.edu. Beginning farmers and ranchers nationwide face unique challenges to achieve their farm goals and aspirations. The long-term goal of the Virginia Beginning Farmer and Rancher Coalition program is to improve opportunities for beginning farmers and ranchers to establish and sustain viable agricultural operations and communities in Virginia. The coalition supports the development and enhancement of whole farm planning curriculum and training, online resources, social networking, and farmer mentoring. Unique to the statewide extension program is its coalition of agricultural organizations and farm businesses that work together to develop and implement these programming aims. Soil and water conservation districts were established in the 1930s to develop comprehensive programs and plan to conserve soil resources, control and prevent soil erosion, prevent floods, and conserve, develop, utilize, and dispose of water. Today, 47 districts serve as local resources for residents in nearly all Virginia localities. Districts, which are political subdivisions of the state, manage conservation programs, employ staff, and deliver conservation services free of charge. USDA service centers are designed to be a single location where customers can access the services provided by the Farm Service Agency, the Natural Resource Conservation Service, Risk Management Agency, and the Rural Development Agencies. The Farm Service Agency provides disaster assistance, safety net, farm loan, and conservation programs is the go-to agency for many USDA records. The Natural Resource Conservation Service provides financial and technical assistance and easement programs for conservation on working lands. Using new tools provided by the Farm Bill, the Risk Management Association is working to reduce crop insurance costs for beginning farmers and ranchers. The Rural Development Office provides loans, grants, loan guarantees, and technical assistance, along with support for affordable housing, infrastructure modernization, businesses, cooperatives, and other essential community services. If you are unsure of which agency would be the most helpful in your situation, start by contacting your local cooperative extension office, and an agent or staff member will point you in the right direction. The USDA and agricultural colleges around the country work together to support an extensive network of state, regional, and county cooperative extension offices, which can help answer questions you may have about your operation and address common issues faced by agricultural producers. We can help answer your questions. Our network of agents and specialists work together to create educational programming based on community needs. If you have a question about anything agricultural, ask your agent. Some specific educational programmatic offerings that might be of use to you are Whole Farm Planning coursework, is a curriculum designed at a beginning to intermediate level to guide beginning farmers in developing a whole farm plan. We have networking and educational resources where a network of educators, organizers, and agricultural service providers are ready to connect with and build the capacity of new and beginning farmers as they plan and develop their farm. We offer webinars, workshops, and farmer videos, online and in-person educational opportunities that encompass a wide range of startup topics, formats, and resources for beginning farmers and ranchers. We also offer farmer-to-farmer mentoring, which are opportunities for new farmers to connect with and learn from peers and experienced farmers in their community. Another resource that might be beneficial to startup enterprises is a Small Farm Outreach Program, a part of Virginia Cooperative Extension at Virginia State University, whose mission is to educate and empower small, limited resource, socially disadvantaged, and veteran farmers and ranchers to own, operate, and sustain farms and ranches independently with agricultural training programs that improve farm management skills and quality of life. The Small Farm Outreach Program provides outreach and learning opportunities to small farmers for production management, financial and risk management, marketing, assistance programs, and more. These opportunities are designed to improve farm profitability and promote sustainability. Soil and water conservation districts were established in the 1930s to develop comprehensive programs and plans to promote conservation practices. Today, 47 districts serve as local resources for residents in nearly all Virginia localities. Districts, which are political subdivisions of the state, manage conservation programs and employ staff and deliver conservation services free of charge. Since the mid-1980s, DCR, the Department of Conservation Recreation, has relied heavily on districts to help deliver many programs aimed at controlling and preventing non-point source pollution. With their volunteer boards and more than 150 full and part-time technical and administrative employees, districts provide a valuable delivery system for Virginia's statewide non-point source pollution prevention programs. Districts coordinate and direct programs and services to prevent the degradation of the Commonwealth's water quality caused by non-point source pollution. Non-point source pollution is water pollution caused by runoff that is not from a single point, such as a wastewater treatment plant or an industrial discharge pipe. Because non-point source pollution is so diverse, approaches to addressing the sources must also be diverse. It requires numerous programs and involves a number of state and local and federal agencies and also the private sector. Statewide non-point source pollution control programs and services support both individual natural resource stewardship and assist local governments with resource management. These statewide programs are funded through the state agency budgets and federal grants. The funds, which support technical assistance, financial assistance, education, and research, include funds from the Federal Non-Point Source Pollution Control Program and the Chesapeake Bay Program. Soil and water conservation staff administers non-point source pollution control programs required by the state law. They include nutrient management, agricultural best management practices, resource management planning, soil erosion advice, and the administrative, technical, and financial support of Virginia's 47 districts. Visit www.dcr.virginia.gov to find the contact information of your local soil and water district office. The Natural Resource Conservation Service provides farmers, ranchers, and forest managers with free technical assistance or advice for their land. Common technical assistance includes resource assessment, practice design, and resource monitoring. Your conservation planner will help you determine if financial assistance is right for you. There are 5 steps to getting assistance from the Natural Resource Conservation Service. First step is planning. To get started with NRCS, we recommend you stop by your local NRCS field office to discuss your vision for your land. Application. Visit the USDA Service Center and make an appointment with NRCS staff who will walk you through the application process. Step 3 is eligibility. As part of the application process, NRCS staff will check to see if you are eligible for NRCS programs. Then you'll move on to ranking. NRCS staff will take a look at the applications and rank them according to local resource concerns, the amount of conservation benefits the work will provide, and the needs of the applicants. Finally, implementation. If you're selected, you could choose whether to sign the contract for the work to be done, and once you sign the contract, you'll be provided standards and specifications for completing the practice or practices. Then you will have a specific time of implementation. Once the work is implemented and inspected, you'll be paid the rate of compensation for the work if it meets NRCS standards and specifications. NRCS's natural resource conservation programs help people reduce soil erosion, enhance the water supply, improve water quality, increase wildlife habitat, and reduce damages caused by floods and other natural disasters. USDA service centers are offices where you can meet face-to-face with the USDA Risk Management, USDA Rural Development, the Farm Service Agency, and the Natural Resource Conservation Service staff to discuss your vision, goals, and ways the USDA can help you in your enterprise. How can the USDA help? First, you need to visit your local service center. You can find your local service center at farmers.gov/service locator, where we can meet face-to-face to discuss your vision for your land and how the USDA can help. Free real-time translation service is also available at the service center for non-English speakers. Learn more at farmers.gov/interpret. Before your visit, make an appointment. This will ensure quick service. Then, make sure to prepare. Ask what documents you can bring to help make the most of your appointment. Examples could include lease agreements, bank information, inventory, production records, legal paperwork, or personal identification numbers. And more importantly, think about the vision for your farm. What is your vision? What are your challenges? Having answers to these questions will make your time spent at the USDA office more impactful. During your visit, make sure to register for a farm number. This is required to participate in USDA programs. Bring an official tax identification and a property deed. If you do not own the land, bring your lease agreement. Discussions for your business and conservation goals will happen at this meeting. Your local FSA or NRCS team members need to understand your vision to recommend programs for your operation. Also, you're going to make sure that you verify your eligibility. There's a couple sheets of paper and forms that you need to fill out, and they're going to take a look at your adjusted gross income. Make sure you bring proof of that so that you can verify your eligibility. Thanks for tuning in to this presentation. Hopefully, it has given you some ideas of what agencies and resources are available for new and beginning farmers. If you have any questions or would like to chat further, please feel free to reach out to me or your local extension agent. Here is a list of resources that will be available on the website under this video recording. This list is the list I used in preparing this presentation. If you need more information, you can contact your local extension office, and they can also help you find more resources that will help you in your farm operation.